Can you guess, since the title is The Tightrope of Time, Balance, and Focus? Nah, kira-kira kita bakal bawa sesi apa ya, kira-kira? Ada yang tahu nggak?
Tebak.
Tebak, let's go. Davin mau nebak? Sesi apa kira-kira? Sesuai judulnya. Ayo, betul. Time management. So, before we start, meet your Fasi. I'm Micha.
And I'm Vira.
And we're exchange girlies. But today, we're not just exchange girlies.
Betul sekali. Bukan.
We're busy women. Okay, so kenapa sih kita dipanggil busy woman?
Kenapa ada yang bisa tebak kak? Emang sibuk banget. Bukan sibuk banget. Aku mau ngomongin juga.
Gak salah sih, gak salah sih. Oke, kita lanjut aja. So, Davin benar, we're gonna talk about time management today. But before we start, kira-kira ada yang tahu nggak time management itu apa? Kayak secara singkat. Siapa mau papa? Mengatur waktu. Apalagi? Mengatur waktu.
Mengatur prioritas.
Prioritas, betul banget. Lagi, satu lagi. Apa kira-kira? Davin lagi? Udah? Oke, mungkin ngatur waktu, ngatur prioritas, betul banget. Yup, so time management is the conscious process of planning and controlling time spent on specific activities to increase efficiency, productivity, and effectiveness. Coba di sini siapa? Kan kalian udah mulai jadi MU tuh sekitar 1 bulan lebih kali ya?
Iya.
Coba kayak udah mulai pusing gak ngatur waktunya kayak gimana?
Siapa yang pusing?
Udah kerasa banget ya, especially leading a team, pasti kayak bingung juga ngatur waktunya kayak gimana. Nah, so have you ever felt like there are so many things to do but so little time available? Betul, setuju. Ya nggak sih, kayak 24 jam tuh nggak cukup gitu sehari, di saat kayak banyak banget yang harus kita lakuin. Benar, oke. Yep, we couldn't agree more because I want to show you something. So typically, this is what my day look like. This is my Google Calendar, and this is what my week look like. And this is what my month look like. Wow. Dan bahkan kayak di bawahnya tuh masih ada tulisan 5 more, 3 more, and like there's so many things to do in one day. Nah, it got you to think, right? How do I manage my time and still got my work done on time? That's why we're here ya, Vira, buat ngajarin juga. Okay. So, time management is not about doing more things, but it's about prioritizing the right things. Kayak tadi kalian udah bener banget prioritas, ngatur waktu. Yep, that is exactly what time management is. So, back again, because time management is this, I'm gonna show you the Eisenhower matrix. Coba, udah ada yang tahu belum? Ini tuh apa? Matrix apa? Atau kayak baru lihat kah? Baru tahu gitu? Pernah? Agak pernah. Yang lain gimana? Baru lihat? Belum? Okay. It's totally normal. Nah, makanya why we're here, karena kita mau ngajarin beberapa matrix about time management. So, di Eisenhower matrix ini kita punya do, decide, delegate, and also delete. Kalian juga bisa lihat di kiri itu ada tulisan important, not important, urgent, and not urgent. Coba, kalian udah bisa kayak ngelompokin nggak? Do ini tuh masuknya kemana? Nice. Kalau decide? Oke, kalau delegate? Lastly, delete? Okay, nice. Kalian udah hafal. So we're gonna start with do first, something that is urgent and also important. In this matrix, di kuadran ini, itu tuh something that you guys need to do immediately. Nah, tapi kayak apa aja sih kak? Boleh jelasin nggak? Nah, di do immediately ini, contohnya tuh kayak assignment deadline tonight. Atau bahkan contohnya kayak HR tools deadline hari ini, itu maksudnya ke urgent because it's an assignment that that is deadline tonight gitu. Terus juga team problem that needs immediate decision. Of course, you guys being a team leader, being an MB, kalian bakal lead your team dan kalian juga bakal strategizing a lot of things. Makanya it's also including the things that you guys need to do immediately. Terus lastly, responding to urgent message from your team. Not just from your team leader, but also your team members. So always remember to prioritize things sesuai porsinya gitu. Terus, these are the tasks that require immediate attention and have real consequences if we ignore them. Contohnya tuh kayak assignment deadline tonight. Misalnya kalian punya UTS deadline-nya hari ini. Of course, it's gonna create a big risk if you guys don't complete it on time, right? Jadi, these are the tasks that require immediate attention. And these situations cannot be postponed. So they belong in the urgent and important quadrant. Next, we have decide. Not urgent, but important. You guys can plan and schedule this first. Kira-kira apa ya Kak yang masuk ke kuadran ini? Ada yang tahu nggak? Apa? Apa? Doing hobby. Selain itu ada nggak? Oke, aku jelasin aja langsung kali ya. So in this quadrant, for plan and schedule, you guys can plan strategies, prepare projects early, and also learning new skills. Betul juga kayak hobi atau kayak belajar skill baru, itu tuh something yang important, but also you guys can schedule it for later gitu. And also building team relationships. Of course, we have O2O, we have 360, we have team days. It is something that is important, but you guys can also schedule it for later. Nah, these tasks are actually very important for long-term success. Kenapa sih Kak? Karena they are not urgent yet, but you can schedule them. Because good leaders focus on prevention and preparation instead of constant crisis management. Jadi, it's better kalau misalnya kalian dapat kayak tugas kuliah, tugas kerja, atau kayak tugas MB, itu you guys can put it in the decide quadrant karena kalian bisa kerjain duluan supaya nanti kalian gak jatuhnya ke constant crisis management. Gitu. Nah, yang ketiga ada delegate. Urgent but not important. You guys could delegate it, especially since you guys have kids atau bahkan manager yang gak punya anak, you guys can still delegate it. Like interruptions, minor operational tasks, and also requests that others can handle. Jadi gak apa-apa loh, kan tadi kita udah belajar tentang stress management. So it's also important to know about time management biar kalian bisa tahu prioritas mana sih yang sebenarnya kalian bisa taruh ke orang lain gitu. Nah, for leaders, this is where the skill of delegation becomes important. Learn when to trust your team and delegate tasks is part of effective leadership. Jadi, as an MP, kalian tuh nggak bisa seenaknya aja ngatur anak-anak kalian disuruh kerjain ini, kerjain itu, tapi kalian juga harus tahu porsinya di mana. Kalian harus share it with others. Jadi, jangan micromanaging juga. Lastly, ada di delete, not urgent but also not important. Like excessive social media use. Misalnya kayak, aduh aku banyak banget tugas, tapi aku buka TikTok dan aku malah scrolling 3 jam. Dan kayak 3 jam aku dari satu hari itu tuh keambil dimana instead aku sebenarnya bisa nyelesain kayak 3 tugas. So ini masuknya ke delete because it's not urgent and it's also not important. Terus juga like unnecessary distractions. And lastly, activities that don't add value. These are the activities that usually consume our time without giving meaningful results. And these are the things that we should try to reduce or eliminate so that we have more time and energy for what truly matters. Contohnya kayak istirahat. It's also important to put rest, istirahat atau misalnya kayak family time on your schedule because those are also the things that truly matters in your life. Gitu. Now think about your current responsibilities. Which quadrant do they belong to? Aku mau semuanya pop up ya. College assignment deadline tonight. Kira-kira ini masuknya ke mana? Terus kayak is it urgent, is it important atau gimana? Nice, okay. Next, planning next month's team strategy.
Important not
Oke, udah paham ya? Important important but not urgent. Scrolling social media during work time.
Not important.
Okay, nice. Next, preparing materials for tomorrow's meeting.
Important and urgent.
Important and urgent? Oke, betul banget. Nah, having an O2O with your team member. Yo. Yes, important but not urgent. But tergantung juga, for some circumstances, it's also urgent and important if you guys have problems atau kayak immediate problems that needs constant action gitu. Studying for exams 1 week early.
Important but not
Gak salah, betul, important but not urgent. Watching random videos when you have work to do.
important. Not urgent.
Okay, nice. Not urgent and not important. Replying to non-urgent message in your team chat. Pasti banyak kan ya yang kayak gini.
Important but not urgent.
Betul banget, urgent but not important. Oke, nah kan kita udah belajar ya dan kalian juga cepet banget jawab semua ini, berarti kalian udah paham. Nah tapi, how does this look like in real life sih kak? Kayak, kan kita baru tahu nih ada quadrant-quadrant kayak gitu. How does this look like in real life? Well, let me tell you a story about how I was on my 3rd semester. I was handling too many things at once. I was an IGV as an ISAC member. I was a BEM staff as well. Dan aku jadi PIC company visit selama 2 kali dalam 4 bulan. Which I was kayak ketuplak gitu dan kayak bisa dibayangin kali ya sesusah apa gitu. Nah, I was also a secretary for my OSJUR. I was also Kadif Public Relations Proker BEM Vcom. And I was also doing many MC, doing many moderator, doing so many things. And I was also, don't forget, college assignments. Especially I'm a PR student dan kayak being in public relations major itu tugas kita tuh gak ada yang tulis sama sekali guys. Jadi gak ada yang esai, gak ada yang nulis di kertas. Tapi kita benar-benar harus kayak interview orang, interview persib, interview polisi. Terus bahkan ini one of my UAS itu tuh aku harus bikin PR event. Dan bisa tebak gak ini eventnya apa? Ayo, ini fun run, bayangin. Jadi UAS kalian harus bikin event dan bikin fun run. Terus kayak pesertanya ada 150 orang. Dan itu tuh satu dari 12 tugas UAS. Bayangin, dengan sebanyak aktivitas aku ditambah kuliah aku kayak gini, gitu. So, can you guess the effect that it did to me? Ada yang bisa nebak gak? Well, yeah, ini the first one, the second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. Yeah, it was because I couldn't prioritize my priority and my time management. Sebenarnya kalau ngomongin time management, schedule aku yang kalian udah lihat itu tuh kan schedule aku semester sekarang ya. Tapi kayak semester 3 it was a whole lot more packed. Tapi kalau ngomongin time management, I think I handled my time well. Cuman I didn't prioritize what I should do gitu. Kayak kalian bisa bayangin ngambil tanggung jawab sebanyak itu dengan waktu sedikit itu. So, learn from the hard way that I went through. From this Eisenhower matrix, since the key question is how do we manage all these responsibilities without burning out? Without sacrificing ourselves, without sacrificing our time with our friends and family, because being busy is not the same with being productive. Without time management, everything becomes urgent. So that's why frameworks like the Eisenhower matrix can help us become more intentional about how we organize our responsibilities. So don't be like me in my 3rd semester, but use this matrix well so that you can prioritize your time well. Because in the end, good leaders don't just manage their tasks, but they manage their priorities. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much Ica for the Eisenhower Matrix gitu. Ini pertama kalinya kah mendengar Eisenhower Matrix ini atau gimana? Pernah dengar juga sebelumnya? Yes, yes, yes. Tapi kan tadi satu nih Eisenhower Matrix gitu ya. Nah, aduh kak ada cara lain nggak ya gitu selain si Eisenhower ini? Nah ada banget nih. Don't worry, I got your back kids. Jadi namanya adalah Stephen Covey Matrix. Sebenarnya ini very similar with the Eisenhower Matrix, tapi kayak ini lebih lebih strategical gitu. Kalau tadi itu lebih execution and also efficiency, tapi untuk si Stephen Covey ini dia lebih efektif gitu. Karena sebenarnya si Stephen Covey ini bikin matrixnya terinspirasi dari Eisenhower, terus dia deep down lagi gitu, deep dive tentang si matrix ini. So the Covey matrix, also known as the time management matrix, offers strategic framework for organizing tasks based on urgency and importance. This tool guides user in prioritizing activities that enhance personal and professional effectiveness. That's why tadi kata aku juga lebih memprioritaskan effectivity gitu, dan juga dia tuh ada maksud tertentu. Kalau yang tadi kan kayak oh ya biar semuanya beres gitu. Kalau ini tuh kayak ada strateginya dulu karena mereka dia pingin enhance personal and also professional gitu. Nah, what's the difference between Eisenhower's and Covey's matrix? Karena kayak mirip banget nih gitu, ada kuadran-kuadran lah, terus nanti juga pasti implementasinya sangat mirip. Nah, jadi inilah ya versusnya. Bisa langsung kita bandingin aja. Tadi kan do, decide, delegate, and delete. Tapi kalau misalkan si Stephen Covey ini ada reactive quadrant and also proactive quadrant sama decision quadrant dan juga escape quadrant. Jadi lebih tadi sih lebih strategical kayak gitu. So the Covey matrix emphasizes the importance of self-management. Jadi itu ada juga tuh yang kayak gitunya, kayak self-management, focusing on balancing professional and personal roles. Jadi kalau misalkan kalian mau work-life balance, nah itu bisa lah cobain pakai ini. Sebenarnya bisa sih kalian mix and match aja, cuman biasanya pakai si the Covey matrix gitu. Karena the Eisenhower itu lebih promotes a straightforward approach to task prioritization. Nah ini kita langsung aja lah ya kupas tuntas nih gitu si kuadrannya. Ini mirip banget lagi tapi ya udahlah. Nah ini pertama kuadran 1 the quadrant of necessity. Nah ini quadrant of necessity gitu ya si reactive quadrant ini. So di sini tuh these tasks are both urgent and important, very similar. They're necessary for survival and require immediate attention. Jadi example-nya adalah kayak include crisis management atau enggak tadi deadline ya mirip sama emergency. Nah di sini juga si Covey ini karena tadi kan kalau kalian ingat gitu ya si Stephen Covey ini sangat ingin kita tuh nge-enhance personal and professional dalam nge-manage waktunya. Dia rekomend kalau misalkan kita keeping the time spent on this quadrant itu sedikit aja gitu. Jadi kayak yaudah yang minimal dikit aja kalau bisa mah gitu. Karena itu bisa bikin kalian burn out atau enggak kayak demot atau sakit misalkan kayak gitu. Jadi yang mana nih yang lebih kita utamakan? Nah, kuadran 2, the proactive quadrant atau plan to get done. Nah, di sini tuh kalian lebih kayak planning, terus juga kayak untuk yang long term. Kalau tadi kan kuadran 1 karena urgent, dia short term. Kalau misalkan yang kuadran 2 itu long term gitu. Nah, these tasks are not urgent but they are essential for long term success and well-being. And it includes activities such as planning, relationship building, recognizing opportunity, and also self-improvement. Nah, itulah kata si Stephen Covey ini. Katanya dia sangat encourage individuals to spend the majority of their time in kuadran 2. Jadi ya udah sampai situ aja gitu, nggak usah sampai kuadran 1. Nah, nextnya ada kuadran 3, deception. Kenapa sih namanya deception? Kak, deception itu artinya apa sih kak? Ada yang tahu nggak deception itu apa artinya? So, deception itu kayak agak-agak memanipulasi gitu. Nah, kayak apa ya? like it's not pretending but it's kind of like manipulate. Kenapa manipulate? Karena kayak dia tuh act like urgent but actually it's not important. Kayak misalkan nih interruption, distraction. Tadi kayak apa namanya, chat dari temen misalkan, kan kita tuh kayak aduh ini butuh dijawab secepatnya lagi gitu, tapi kan sebenarnya nggak terlalu apa ya, ada value-nya kayak gitu. Nah, so Coffee suggests minimizing or even eliminating time spent in this quadrant to focus on tasks that align with your goals. Seperti itu. Nah, ini yang paling terakhir, ini sangat beda sih sebenarnya dari si apa namanya yang Eisenhower. Kalau Eisenhower kan tadi katanya harus nge-delete aja atau eliminating. But for me, for this escape quadrant itu ya udah kita kayak escape dulu aja gitu. Enggak yang beneran langsung eliminate gitu. Kenapa? Karena ini tuh it's actually neither urgent or important, tapi menurut aku ini important sih. It's quite important. Karena ini juga bisa jadi salah satu apa ya, kegiatan buat kalian coping mechanism dan juga biar kalian ya udah gitu rest, because you guys are not robot gitu kan, kita juga human, we need entertainment kayak gitu. So ya sebenarnya si kami itu recommend eliminating time sih on this task, tapi menurut aku kayak we doesn't necessarily have to eliminate all of those things. Nah, jadi langsung aja kita implementasi with my story guys. Ini it's quite different with Ica karena agak nggak terlalu easy, nggak terlalu dark gitu. Tapi just like Ica, I openly trapped in so many tasks and activities in so little time. But there's one time ya, I feel like almost dead lah, I'm dead banget. Ini goal banget, sumpah. Ini ada satu waktu di mana gue gila banget gitu. Nah, itu adalah di November. Jadi di November itu aku adalah kadif di salah satu, ya ada si Lala dong. Tapi kayak ini pertama nih di Sasing dunia Sasing ini aku terpilih jadi kadif acara di salah satu kompetisi. Si Nata juga ada di sini, jujur. Jujur si Nata ada di sini. Jadi Pajajaran English Competition it's quite big because we have like 300 participants gitu. Dan itu gila banget di November. Dan di November aku juga harus nyiapin local volunteer karena realization-nya itu ada di Desember dan aku jadi OCP. Terus I have my LCEB bookletting process that haunted me. Udah pokoknya gila banget dah, gila gitu. Nah, terus kayak it sounds a little crazy for me personally, but let me break down what I did with the implementation of Stephen Covey matrix. Nah, pertama nih kayak si kuadran 1, where pressure leaves leaders spend time here during deadline and event days. Tadi kan kayak ini di November ini ada si PEC ini. Jadi si PEC ini tuh beneran bulan itu banget. Jadi aku fokusnya adalah on managing the event execution, terus juga finalizing rundown, pokoknya semuanya itulah yang si last minute PEC, sama solving unexpected problem during competition karena biasanya kita ada peserta atau enggak kayak panitia yang anomali nih last minute banget, sama ini operational decision and monitoring for local volunteer karena itu juga harus tetap kita pantau gitu, dan submitting documents. Kan kalian juga pas bookletting harus submit documents dulu kan. That's what I did for the quadrant 1. Terus di quadrant 2-nya itu adalah so Covey believes effective leader protect the most, planning and preparation reduce the number of crisis later di quadrant 1 gitu. Jadi aku ya udah kayak strategik aja untuk planning si local volunteer nanti untuk executionnya kayak gimana, terus juga beneran kayak ngedesain nanti aku bakal gimana ya buat eksekusiin si PEC gitu pas bulan November itu. Dan yang terakhir adalah planning on how to divide the section karena kan kita waktu bookletting banyak kan ya si ininya persyaratan duniawi gitu. Jadi kayak aku beneran kayak each day itu kayak aku ngerjain ini nanti ngerjain itu. Jadi aku ada planningnya for quadrant 2. Dan di kuadran 3 itu kan not important but or urgent. Tapi kayak ini tuh lebih ke micromanaging gitu. Sebenarnya it's not good actually, but sometimes we just gotta do it gitu. I do it personally waktu di PEC because it's really hard to coordinate with 48 people. Jadi aku waktu di PIC itu nge-lead 48 people, jadi rada gelo juga. Nah, terus kuadran 4 tuh tadi kan kata aku kayak it doesn't necessarily have to be eliminated. Kenapa? Karena biasanya ya kita juga butuh doom scrolling, terus doing hobbies. Menurut aku doing hobbies itu very important, karena kayak ya udah kayak kita harus take a rest, terus juga kayak leaving our responsibility for a little bit. Tapi yang parah banget mah procrastinate sih, jangan sih itu jujur jangan dilakuin karena nanti kalian makin gila jujur. Nah, now let's do some practice. Tadi kan kayak kita udah belajar nih tentang Stephen Covey sama juga Eisenhower matrix. Now it's your turn to do it. Yay! So in one group, discuss on how would you implement your MB role as TL or manager into the matrices that we already explained to you in 15 minutes. Okay? So, ya boleh saja langsung Kak Ica untuk dibagikan sheets-nya.
Oke, boleh dibagi 4 kelompok ya?
Ya, dibagi 1,
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, ini apa sih Kak? Lirik lagu Tightrope. Betul banget. So it said, just like this lyric, some people long for a life that is simple and planned, tied with a ribbon. So a lot of people long for a life that is simple and planned. Luckily, you guys have learned how to build a planned life and schedule, so don't forget to implement it.
Yes.
We're Busy Moment and we're